What's up, guys? Another episode of BOWn Hunter TV, our new channel. Thanks for joining us. And there goes a little deer. Just as we start our video. Well, there you go. That's a good start. But we're going to talk about turkey hunting today. There's a lot of things that some guys don't do and don't think about when it comes to finding your turkey spots. One big thing that I like to do, and I've found it to be very helpful myself, is when you go scouting for your turkeys, a lot of people just do a drive-by. If they see them out there a couple times a week, they assume, hey, they're there, they're gonna stay there. It's not always true though. So when you're looking, guys, I apologize for the camera work today. Normally I've got my camera pole, but I've not got that today, so you just had to bear with me while I try to hold it. But yeah, it's not always true that if you have turkeys there at one point, they're gonna stay there. And you'll find that a lot whenever probably April rolls around, right when you're getting ready to go out there and do a little hunting. That ain't true. Turkeys have a lot of different patterns they run by. So what they do in April will be different from what they do in August, which will be different from what they do in, let's say, December, January, February. So yeah, you can't expect them to all stay on the same pattern of what they've done for the last month. So what I'd like to do to ensure as well as I can that they stick around where I'd like them to is I feed them. I feed them. I mainly use cracked corn, whole kernel corn, stuff like that myself. Not everybody else likes to use that stuff, but that's what I use. And that's what works for me. That's what works in my area. I'm surrounded by cornfields and bean fields, so it's stuff that they're used to. As far as locating the birds, like right now, I see 10, 15 birds out in my field almost every day. So I know they're there, which makes finding them, tracking them a lot easier for me. For some of you guys that don't have birds there on a daily basis, or you don't see them on a daily basis, but you see tracks, best thing I can tell you to do is follow the tracks. Because you start following those tracks, 9 times out of 10, they're going to lead you to a feeding area. They're going to lead you to a nesting area, something along those lines. So if you hit tracks, follow them both ways. If you follow them, if they're going north and you follow them north and don't find nothing, go south, see where they came from. So yeah, that's one thing I like to do. And also use your cameras, utilize your technology. I know there's a lot of guys that are against using trail cameras, against using that kind of technology, think it takes away from your woodsmanship ability. I disagree completely, because in my opinion, a trail camera is no good to you if it's not in a location to get you pictures. And to be in a location to get you pictures, you've got to know how to find that location. So if you're just walking through the woods and smacking them on a tree, putting them there, hell, there may not be anything there. You may just get a bunch of pictures of some twigs blowing in the wind. But to find tracks, trails, rubs, scrapes, feeding grounds, bedding grounds, anything like that, that takes woodsmanship. That's how I go about finding where I want to put my cameras. Now, off that soapbox and back to the turkeys, utilize those cameras, guys. once you find where these birds are walking, find their feeding grounds. Get a couple cameras up in the area or along their trails that looks like they've traveled a couple times. Because you want to know whether you've got toms, whether you got a bunch of hens, jakes, stuff like that. And you're not going to know that by seeing them in a field 100 yards away once every 2 weeks. Once you find a feeding ground or an area they're traveling across on your property, if feeding ground's off your property and you can't get them to stay on your property, start throwing corn down. I've before used a seed thrower, just one of those little roll cart seed throwers, and I've put some corn in it and just rolled it around out there just to scatter that corn out real good. So whenever you go and you're actually trying to get them to eat, it's not all just in one big pile right there. It's all spread throughout the field. Try to keep it as natural to their likings as possible. If you go out and you just dump a big pile in one spot, they're not going to be as enticed to stick around there and eat very often as they would if you have scattered it throughout a, I don't know, let's say an acre plot. If you scatter it through an acre, well, then they've got that much room that they can just kind of browse around. They don't have to be secluded to one small area and have 5-10 of them trying to pick at that one area. Spread it out, let them enjoy themselves, let them browse freely. Yeah, these are a lot of the things that I do, guys. And I thought I heard another deer, but I recommend these things. These are how I do it. This is what works for me. Now, I'm not saying that this works in all areas. I'm not saying it works with all birds, because every animal is different. They have their own patterns, their own routines that they go through. Some may work, some may not. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I want to give a shout out again to indianasportsman.com. Check them out. A lot of great guys there, very knowledgeable people. Any questions you've got about any hunting, fishing of any sort, there's somebody there that can answer it. We got guys that are bow guys, gun guys, tech guys, you name it. Somebody on that site will be able to answer it for you. So go check them out. That's www.indianasportsman.com. Okay? Also, check us out on Facebook. We've had a few visitors here. We've not really had much activity on our Facebook, but we've had a little bit. So check us out on our Facebook. Give it a like. Just let us know you're there. Comment, leave a post, something. Also check us out on Twitter at OA Hunting. That's different than our others. Facebook's BOWn Hunter TV, and our Instagram as well. Check us out on there. Instagram is BOWn Hunter TV, but our Twitter is at oahunting.com. Check us out. Let us know you're there. Like this video, comment, subscribe. Share us with your friends, guys. I try to get these videos on as many social media outlets as I can to spread it, to help get views, because I want as many people to see this, and I want to be able to help as many people as possible. That's why I do this. It's what I enjoy about this. I don't make any money off this. In fact, I probably lose more money on this than what I do anything else, just because I put money into it for no monetary gain. But so I do this for you guys. I do this to help you guys out with what knowledge I have in the hunting industry. So like the video, comment, share it, subscribe. Let me know you're there. Show some support, guys. I really appreciate all of you that have watched these videos. So until next time, stay safe, stay outdoors, and we'll see you on the next episode of BOWn Hunter TV. Thanks, guys.